球上空およそ400キロを周回する ISS 国際宇宙ステーション。世界15カ国が参加する国際協力プロジェクトで、ここでは宇宙飛行士が日々さまざまな実験を行っています。その進行方向に位置するのが希望日本実験棟。この映像は希望ロボットアームに取り付けたカメラで撮影されたもの。いわば希望の自撮りですね。このロボットアームを使用しておよそ1キロのキューブサットから50キロ級までの超小型衛星を地球周回軌道に投入できる仕組み、それが小型衛星放出機構 J-SSOD です。では J-SSOD とはどのようなものか CG を使ってご紹介しましょう。超小型衛星の放出準備は希望の船内実験室で宇宙飛行士が行います。それでは J-SSOD の仕組みを詳しく見ていきましょう。 J-SSOD を載せる実験プラットフォームにはエアロックテーブルへの取り付け構造と船外でロボットアームがつかむ構造があります。今点滅しているのが衛星搭載ケースです。中には10センチ角の小型衛星が3個分収納できます。こちらは分離機構です。分離機構が動くとドアが開き、スプリングによって小型衛星が放出されます。さて、搭載準備が終わったようですね。エアロックを通して小型衛星放出機構を外に出します。エアロックの中の様子は窓から確認できます。それでは衛星放出の様子を外から見てみましょう。希望船内実験室のハッチが開き、小型衛星放出機構が出てきました。希望ロボットアームが動き出しました。ロボットアームはしっかりとプラットフォームの先端をつかみ、このまま小型衛星放出位置までゆっくりと移動していきます。小型衛星放出機構はISS の進行方向と逆側で斜め45度下の方向に向けられます。放出の様子はロボットアームに取り付けられたカメラで撮影することができます。さあ、小型衛星放出機構が放出位置にセットされました。まもなく放出です。ドアが開き、スプリングによって押し出された小型衛星が放出されました。放出された衛星は1年程度地球を周回することができます。2012年以来、J-SSOD は日本国内だけでなく海外にもたくさんの衛星放出機会を提供してきました。超小型衛星は補給船を使って ISS に運ばれるため打ち上げの機会が多く、条件も厳しくありません。また低コストかつ短期間で衛星を作れるため、人材育成を目的とした教育ツールとしても利用されています。2021年からは小型衛星開発に関する技術の提供と、よりチャレンジングな衛星開発・放出の機会提供を大学宇宙工学コンソーシアムと協力して実施し、持続的な人材育成を進めます。人材育成パッケージとしての提供も目指しています。 2018年からは放出機械の提供サービスを民間企業が担い、より一層の利用拡大を図っています。 J-SSOD は国際貢献、人材育成、そして新たな宇宙ビジネスの創出の場として世界からも注目されているのです。
The Binar space program is named for the Noongar word for fireball, which ties us back to our heritage in the Desert Fireball Network.
So this spacecraft here, we've combined it all into one smaller payload, which we're going to use to integrate some of our payloads for our PhD and also for future space missions.
And by designing that all at Curtin, we have the opportunity to produce as many as we want to, which means we can explore a lot of opportunities for missions for Western Australia to inspire science and research and also take on technology challenges in space.
For us as engineers working on Binar-1, for the past few years we've essentially tried to compress everything that you would normally need to make a spacecraft function into a single 8-layer circuit board. We want to reuse as much of this hardware and the software that's running on board with our future spacecraft that we'll be launching. And so for us, Binar-1 is really going to offer us an opportunity to see if our stuff works in space. Is the hardware that we've made, is the software that we've written able to function on orbit?
Binar-1 operates in the amateur band, specifically in the UHF frequencies, and we've been collaborating with local amateur groups, local high schools, and amateurs around the world to be able to, so that they are able to listen to our satellite and obtain telemetry information as it passes overhead.
One of the main workings that we've done with SpaceBD is delivering a safe battery pack that we've designed ourselves to the ISS. Part of this process has involved vacuum testing and vibration testing, all capabilities that we've built up here at Curtin University to do the testing ourselves.
It's been a real pleasure working with SpaceBD on Binar-1. It's really been like having a team spread across the two countries. It's been a great time getting to know our colleagues, and we're really grateful for the Daruma that they sent to us out ready for the mission. And this is just the first mission that we're doing with SpaceBD. We have 6 more satellites across 2 launches planned with SpaceBD, and we very much look forward to working with them continuing into the future. Hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu, SpaceBD. Otsukaresama desu.
The team feels extremely excited that Maya 3 and Maya 4 will soon begin its orbit. As the first locally and Philippine University-built satellites, this development marks a significant milestone in our country's timeline of initiatives in space science and technology. It shows that we are already capable of developing satellites domestically. This is all thanks to the continuous efforts of various people passing the proverbial torch from one to another. Knowledge and skills learned abroad being proliferated to Filipinos here and now in the Philippines. In the future, the team hopes to become assets of the Philippines' space science and technology sector and contribute by sharing our knowledge and experience to the next satellite builders. We are humbled by the opportunity of having our satellites deployed from the Japanese Kibo module and for the collaboration with Japan through the Kyushu Institute of Technology and the BIRDS project. We are also grateful for the Kibo module and its significant role in the Philippines' space journey.
0. Ignition and liftoff.
Cargo Dragon takes flight, continuing a busy year of deliveries to a crew of 7 aboard the International Space Station.
Thank you.
We are live. Can you hear us?
Okay. Elmer. Ayos lang. Hindi nakakasya. Wala na naka-blue lahat eh, oh. Okay. Silver mo ako ng jacket na dyan. Jacket para itim sa face. Blue, black. Ano yung makatabi? O, dalawang blue sa likod. O, yun, tama, blue, black. O, black dito. Ay. Yan. Tapos, dito. Gilbert, dalihan mo. Yan. Dito. Ayun. Okay. Ganda ng kombinasyon. Ito, puro black eh. Yes po, sila.
Hello for the Australia. This is JAXA flight director. We'd like to ask your final goal for satellite deployment from Launcher 1. The representative of Binar-1 from Australia, are you ready?
It's Binar-1 and we are ready. Let's go!
Copy that. And for the Philippine, this is JAXA flight director. And we'd like to ask your final goal for satellite deployment from Launcher 1 as well. The representative of BIRDS-2S, Maya 3 and Maya 4 from Philippines. Are you ready?
I am Secretary de la Peña from the Philippines. Maya 3 and Maya 4, we are ready. Go!
Copy all. Thank you very much. The deployment will be on time.
late po o yun yung naghuhulog. O siya yung nahulog. 24 dalawa atin at isa yung bakit nababalang pala sa nag-gugat? Ha? Tari ba natin? Nakakalapit. Wala pa yung Maya. So, basta kasama sila doon. Ito yung replika natin ng Maya. Ayun. Ayun, meron doon. Ha? Diwata yan. Diwata. Ano yan? Kahit ang diwata pwede ka. Pwede mo dito mo. Diwata. Gagalin mo na eh. Ito ba yun? Pagkakamano. Kasi tanda ko pagkakamano, Diwata 2. Diwata.
And this is Aki Hoshide, JAXA astronaut on board the International Space Station. And I just wanted to congratulate the successful deployment of Binar-1, BIRDS-2S project, Maya 3, and Maya 4. Congratulations. For the Binar space program, I just heard that your satellite is the first one in Western Australia. Congratulations. And for the Stamina 14, I heard this is your student's first development. It is a great moment in the Philippines that your satellite bridged to international cooperation. And it's an honor to be involved in and witness such a historical moment with you. I hope the success of your mission brings hope and joy. Wish you all the best and good luck.
We at the Stamina for Space program send our proud congratulations to our Step-Up scholars for the launch of the first pair of CubeSats, Maya 3 and Maya 4, entirely made at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. These scholars, namely Gladys Pajaro, Renzo Wee, Lorilyn Dakiwag, Brian Custodio, Christy Raterta, Judiel Reyes, Mariel Gregorio, and Derek Canceran, coming from different parts of the Philippines, have joined together to make this milestone a success. Building and operating something as complex as a satellite requires meticulous planning, rigorous design, and testing subsystems, and lots of support. Thus, we thank the Department of Science and Technology for funding our program, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, and Kyushu Institute of Technology for the joint global multi-nation BIRDS satellite project. We are immensely grateful to both our Philippine and Japanese mentors for guiding our scholars. It is our aim at Stamina for Space to gain mastery in building and operating satellites, to spread this know-how, and thereby give the very best service to our fellow Filipinos. We look forward to gaining more confidence to innovate in this field in order to support our nascent Philippine Space Agency. Mabuhay Maya 3 and 4, mabuhay Step-Up scholars.
In behalf of the University of the Philippines, Diliman, I join everyone in celebration of the launch of Maya 3 and Maya 4. We are proud of these CUBE satellites, which were the first to be built by Philippine universities as part of our Stamina for Space program. Our university has followed this pioneering journey of our faculty, students, and researchers into space. This, too, is a journey of partnership between different universities, between academia and government, between Philippine and Japanese universities. Through the Stamina for Space program, we wish to help other universities in the country to develop their own space engineering programs. This is a multiplier program. What we want to see is a program of national impact on Philippine universities and our industries to meet our country's needs in weather prediction, disaster risk reduction, resource assessment and planning, food and agricultural security, environmental monitoring, and other applications. And so as co-implementing institution of the Stamina for Space program, UP Diliman is able to fulfill its mandate of doing research and development and partnering with government and other universities to help build a strong national R&D community. As I have said, during the launch of the microsatellites Diwata-1 and Diwata-2, this project of building our own satellites has the power to inspire students and young children to study space, science, and engineering. This will help break down psychological barriers for many young and aspiring scientists. Space technology is no longer something we just read in books and see in movies. Space is no longer the exclusive territory of advanced industrial countries and superpowers. Space is something within our reach, especially with support from government and the public and our partners. So again, congratulations to our graduate students, our scientists, and engineers for the launch of Maya 3 and Maya 4. And thank you to our partners in this journey, our colleagues in Japanese universities and our Department of Science and Technology. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat.
On behalf of the Philippine Space Agency, or PhilSA, I would like to congratulate the members of the Space Science and Technology Proliferation through University Partnerships, or STEP UP project under the Stamina for Space program for the successful launch of our newest nanosatellites, Maya-3 and Maya-4, into space. This team includes the very first batch ever of local STEP UP space scholars who undertook their master's degree in the University of the Philippines. Today's event also represents the importance of cooperation, commitment, and hard work. It is a showcase of conscientious planning, design thinking, and meticulous execution applied to the challenges of building small satellites. We demonstrate our resolve in building endogenous capacity for space innovation by investing in the Filipino youth and in our valiant Filipino scientists and engineers. Looking back to 2014, as we were beginning our journey in developing small satellite technologies and applications, we saw the value of engaging and partnering with fellow nations with common aspirations in space. As the program leader of the Philippine Microsat program and its successor, the Space Technology and Applications Mastery, Innovation and Advancement, or Stamina for Space program at that time, it was clear that the way to go far and to achieve more in space would be to work with others around us. It was around that time that I learned about the BIRDS project of the Kyushu Institute of Technology, or QTech, and saw that the spirit of community and cooperation fostered by the project was a good match and complement to the Filipino core value of bayanihan, that is, of civic unity and cooperation. Different nations coming together to learn how to build satellites means that they will be helping each other, learning together through the ups and downs, and emerging from it with stronger ties and bonds that will serve them well for future cooperation. The innate goal of the BIRDS project for participating nations is to be able to bring home the know-how and start their own satellites in-country, and this resonated with us. Indeed, Maya-3 and Maya-4 benefit from the learnings from Maya-1 and Maya-2 and our interaction with other countries in the QTech BIRDS project. We have nicknamed our CubeSat Maya. In the Philippines, the term Maya refers to folk taxonomy for a variety of common small birds. However, the Philippine Maya was also once the country's national bird. That is until 1995, when it was changed to the Philippine eagle. With our Maya CubeSats, we not only give homage to this colorful small bird, but also convey the wider view that the impact of small satellite technology is now more visible, accessible, and perhaps even becoming ubiquitous in our midst, just like the Maya birds around us. Though small, the capability of these CubeSats to support various space missions is improving rapidly. These platforms have benefited from the commoditization and miniaturization of electronics and computing systems. Placed into orbit in a constellation as a shared resource by several nations, its value becomes greater than the sum of its parts. Indeed, through constellations of CubeSats, we find ourselves in the era of ubiquitous computing in space, no less. And so it has come to pass. Today, we deploy Maya-3 and Maya-4 into low Earth orbit. We are happy and humbled to say that their release into space as the first Philippine university-built small satellites is the culmination of our modest yet earnest attempt to take the next steps to thoroughly apply what we have learned. While we celebrate today's success, it is also important to not lose sight of the setbacks, difficulties, and challenges, because those occasions are replete with more valuable lessons that build robust capability and fortitude. This will allow us to continue building better, to innovate, to add and create value towards bridging, uplifting, and empowering our nation through space. We truly appreciate the valuable cooperation of Professor Mengucho, Dr. Takashi Yamauchi, and Assistant Professor George Maeda, as well as the other staff of Kyushu Institute of Technology's Laboratory of Lean Satellites, Enterprises, and In-Orbit Experiments, or LASAIN, along with the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, or JAXA. Their support, coordination, and mentorship contributed materially to this milestone. We cite the indefatigable efforts of the leadership and staff of Stamina for Space program and the Step Up project housed at the University of the Philippines Electrical and Electronics Engineering Institute. We acknowledge the Department of Science and Technology and its attached agencies, the Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology Research and Development, or PISHIRD, the Science Education Institute, or SEI, and the Advanced Science and Technology Institute, ASTI, for the impetus and wherewithal to pursue and complete this endeavor. The foresight and dedication that the DOST has shared with the country for building space capabilities has helped build a strong foundation for the future of Philippine space and of the PhilSat. Once again, my warm congratulations to the intrepid Maya 3 and Maya 4 development team and all the others involved that made today's nanosatellite launch a truly meaningful and memorable accomplishment. Thank you very much, and mabuhay.
To our distinguished guests and friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to all. This is a very historic and important day because the world has witnessed the deployment of Maya 3 and Maya 4 cube satellites from the International Space Station to outer space. These two CubeSats are the first Philippine University-built cube satellites developed by Filipino scholars. Kudos and congratulations to our Filipino scholars for making this event possible. Through the sponsorship of the Department of Science and Technology's Science Education Institute, these young and vibrant Filipino scholars are able to take up their master's degree studies at the University of the Philippines Diliman's Electrical and Electronics Engineering Institute. They are scholars under the Space Science and Technology Proliferation through University Partnerships Project, or our Step Up project. And this project is in turn a part of the Space Technology and Applications Mastery, Innovation and Advancement Program, which we call Stamina for Space. I would also like to congratulate our great partners, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, or JAXA, the Kyushu Institute of Technology, QTech, and the BIRDS project for their invaluable assistance and support. With the recent establishment of the Philippine Space Agency here in our country, I am looking forward for more advancements in the field of space science and technology to infinity and beyond.
Congratulations to the successful deployment of the Maya 3 and Maya 4. I'm delighted to be part of this moment, and I also believe that this deployment has given a lot of courage and hope to the students of the University of the Philippines Diliman, who have developed these satellites. It is a pleasure to support this important mission in cooperation with BIRDS program by Kyushu Institute of Technology. I'd like to express my sincere respect to the members of Maya 3 and Maya 4 project team for their great achievement. Space activity is an exciting endeavor with infinite possibilities. JAXA warmly welcomes the Filipino young generation involved in this mission to join in the fascinating journey in space. We look forward to the future opportunities to work together with you for promoting space activities for humanity. Salamat po.
We are the JSOD team from JAXA Kibo Utilization Center. We completed the successful deployment of Binar-1. We are pleased to announce to you that we are going to send you the certificate of deployment. We wish you the best of luck with the success of your mission. We we are the JSOD team from JAXA Kibo Utilization Center. We completed the successful deployment of BIRDS-2S. We are pleased to announce to you that we are going to send you the certificate of deployment. We wish you the best of luck with success of your mission.